Here are the three main components of the Progress in Mathematics program: the spiral-bound Teacher's Edition, the Student Edition with colorful pages that your student will write in that correlate with the Teacher's Edition, and the Student Workbook that contain additional practice pages, Common Core lessons, Common Core lesson practice, and performance tasks. Let's look at your Teacher's Edition. We will highlight a few pages in your book that give an overview of the Progress in Mathematics program, as well as show you the different components that make up a daily lesson. Pages T10 and T11 in the beginning of the book show you the systematic approach to each lesson, from vocabulary to guided instruction and independent practice. Pages T16 and T17 show you the 5-step lesson plan. Notice the top left-hand corner. This gives you background information, vocabulary, materials needed, and the mental math assignment for the lesson. Then it goes to the 5-step lesson plan. This includes lesson readiness, which is a warm-up, teaching the lesson, which is usually hands-on or an example-based introduction, practice and apply, which is independent practice for your student, summarize and assess, evaluating your student's understanding of the material, and last, follow-up, which is reteaching or extra practice. You will determine the necessity of this last step based on your student's understanding. We referred to mental math in the lesson overview. Mental math is a part of the beginning of your math lesson that you will do every day. Turn to T41 in the back of your Teacher's Edition. You will see the script for the mental math problems, as well as the Student Edition your student sees, found here in the left-hand corner. This would be a good page to place a sticky note if you'd like to mark important pages you will be using. The problem of the day is also part of your daily math lessons. Turn to page 1G, which is located before Chapter 1 in your Teacher's Edition. Each chapter will have its own page of a problem of the day. These two pages show a typical lesson plan. This one is Lesson 1-1. This is how it will be referred to in your assignment calendar as Lesson 1-1. Next, we will do a brief overview of your Student Edition. This is the book that has colorful pages that your student will write in and that correlates with the Teacher's Edition. Page 611, found in the back of your Student Edition, is where you will find the mental math for your student. This would be a good page to place a sticky note for future reference. This is an example of a student lesson page found in your Student Edition. Please note down here where it says Chapter 1, Lesson 1, this refers to Lesson 1-1 as found in your Teacher's Edition. We will now look at your student workbook. This contains additional practice pages, Common Core lessons, Common Core lesson practice, and performance tasks. A good way to tell the difference between your Student Edition and this book is that this is referred to as a workbook, as seen here. The beginning of your workbook contains extra practice lessons that correlate with the lessons found in your Teacher's and Student Editions. The bottom of the page shows you this correlation. These lessons will be assigned periodically in the assignment calendar. However, you may use these pages as practice and reinforcement of the concepts as needed. On page 174 of your workbook, you will find the additional Common Core lessons. These are referred to in the assignment calendar with a letter after the lesson number. This example up here shows Chapter 1, Lesson 11A, which will be referred to as 1-11A. These are important lessons to complete and understand because they are not found in your Teacher's or Student Edition. You may want to place a sticky note here for future use. On page 235, you will find the section that contains extra practice lessons for the additional Common Core lessons just explained. You may want to place a sticky note here for future use. Here's an example of an extra practice page for the Common Core lessons. Please note that the correlation to the lesson is found here on the bottom of the page. These lessons will be assigned periodically. However, you may choose to use these pages as practice and reinforcement as needed. On page 267, you will find the performance tasks. These will be assigned after every 4 chapters. You may want to place a sticky note here for future use. As a review, these are the 3 main components of the Progress in Mathematics program: the Teacher's Edition, the Student Edition, and the Student Workbook. If you have any questions, please contact your teacher. Thank you.